Here is the thing. You just spent $2,000 on a camera, and your footage looks worse than your iPhone. You open the file, and it's gray, washed out, lifeless. So you start wondering if you bought the wrong camera, or worse, if you just don't have the eye for this. Here's the truth. Nothing is wrong with your camera. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. You just don't know how to read what it's giving you yet. By the end of this video, you will, and your footage will never look like this again. This is CineTool, where you learn the craft behind the cut. Your camera sensor captures a range of light, from the darkest shadow to the brightest highlight. That range is called dynamic range. When you shoot in a standard picture profile, your camera picks a middle point and clips everything too bright or too dark. That information is gone. You can't bring it back. Log changes that. Instead of clipping, the camera compresses the entire range of light into the file, protecting both your highlights and your shadows. That's why it looks flat. Flat means nothing was thrown away. Think of it this way. A log file is like a pencil sketch of a painting. Every line, every detail is already there. The drawing is finished. Color grading is where you paint it. Without that step, you're just looking at the sketch. That's not a broken image. That's an unfinished one. Now let's move to set up DaVinci for log. Open DaVinci. Go to Project Settings. Color Management. Set Color Science to DaVinci YR-GB. Also set your timeline color space into Rec. 709 Gamma 2.4 and the same with output color space. Go to the color page. In your node graph, that's the chain of boxes where all your adjustments live. Let's create a new nodes. Then open the effects library, search color space transform, and drop it onto that last node. The CST always goes last. Everything creative, contrast, color, tone, happens in the nodes before it. Inside the CST, set your input color space to match your camera. For my camera I'm using here is Sony, so I'm going to go with S-Gamma 3 Cine and Sony S-Log 3 for input gamma. For output, set it to Rec. 709. That's the color standard for YouTube and most screens. There are others, Rec. 2020 DCI-P3, but those are for specific delivery pipelines we'll cover later. One more setting, output gamma. Set it to gamma 2.4. This is the display standard that virtually every modern monitor uses. Without it, your image can look slightly brighter or washed out on playback. Even if it looks fine inside DaVinci, gamma 2.4 locks the conversion to what your screen actually expects. That's your image decoded. Clean. Accurate. Okay, now let's having some quick recap. Remember the sketch. Log gives you the most detailed drawing your camera can make. Nothing clipped, nothing thrown away. Grading is where you paint it. And now, you have the setup to do exactly that. And we're just getting started. Follow the journey. Editing, color grading, post-production, all of it. The next video is where your footage starts looking cinematic. One more thing. We've built a conversion LUT that works with any camera. Sony, Canon, Panasonic, Blackmagic, One LUT, every log format. Everything you need is in the description. Next video covers primary correction. Subscribe so you don't miss it.